Yes, welcome back to Emoji Economics again. So we talked about calculus in our previous video, and we'll be talking about we'll be dealing with calculus again in this video. And what we're talking about here specifically is the product rule. So where do we apply the product rule, and why do we apply the product rule? Now, I must say something here. We are actually working on a couple of projects right now. Like, we are dealing with a couple of topics. So you might be getting notifications for videos that are not about calculus, maybe videos on econometrics, videos on, I don't know, other aspects of economics, because we just have stuff that we are dealing with right now. So all you just have to do is, well, make sure that you click on the subscribe button, you turn on notifications, and when you get notified of a calculus, a class of calculus, let's say that is the only thing you're interested in right now, so you click it open. But I'm just trying to tell you beforehand that you might be getting notifications on other classes as well. Okay, so let's continue. Now we have given y is the function of x equals 12x squared, then open the brackets, 4x plus 5, you close the brackets, find the first derivative. You see, we can actually attempt this particular question the way we did in the previous video, in the first class on calculus. So what does that mean? We just have to multiply what is there by what is inside the bracket and then do the differentiation. Okay, so that's going to give us 12x squared plus 4x, that would be 48. So we then have 48y. Then just take away the function of x. We have 48x cubed. If you don't understand indices, then that might be a problem. There's a problem. So x squared times x is the same as x raised to power 2 plus 1. Since the power on x here is 2 and the power on x here is 1. So and that will give us x raised to power 3. Alright, so you need to solidify your understanding of indices. Alright, so 12 times 4 is 48. Then x squared times x is s cubed. So we are done with this and this. Then this is a plus sign. So plus 12 times 5 is 60. And we have x squared since there is no x here. So this is easy. So how do we just find the derivative? You can just say dy dx would be, okay, 3 into brackets, of course, which was what we did in the previous video. I'll do this once now, but I will not do this kind of thing again, so I will just skip steps. So 3 into brackets 48. So we have 3 into bracket 48, then x raised to power 3 minus 1. So you only make the subtraction on the independent variable that you are differentiating, x raised to power 3 minus 1. Then plus the power here is 2, so 2 into bracket 60, x raised to power 2 minus 1. Alright, so this gives us 3 times 48. I think that should be 144. Yeah, so we have 144. X 3 minus 1 is 2, right? Then plus 2 times 60 is 120, and x raised to power 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, and at the end of the day, we are left with 144x squared plus 120x. So if I'm right, so this is what we are supposed to get for that. So it is simple. But now, what if the question was to find the first derivative of this? So of course this is a product, as you know. This was a product, so you multiply this by this, alright? And now we have this and this. So are you trying to tell me that you first expand by multiplying 8x squared by this, then you come back, multiply 5x by this, come back and multiply this by this? Do you understand how long your equation is going to be? So in that case, what are we supposed to do? It might even be more complex and more complicated than this. So what are we supposed to do? Now that is when a formula comes in. So product rule has a formula actually that we are even going to apply to this to verify this answer. So all we just have to do is we name the first equation, we name it u. First expression rather, we name it u, and the second we name it v. Now the formula to go about it is u, capital U, then dv dx, that is capital U multiplied by the derivative of v with respect to x, or the derivative of v with respect to whatever is the independent variable in the bracket, plus v itself, capital V, then the derivative of u with respect to whatever independent variable is inside it, which is x in this case, v du dx. So that is pretty much simple. So we already have u, we already have v. What we have to look for is what is dv dx and what is du dx. Okay, so let's proceed. Before solving this, let's use this formula to solve this first. Now that is trying to tell us that 12x squared will be u, and this would be v. So let's solve that using product rule. So the product rule says u dv dx. So what is u? U is 12x squared, so we already have that. v is this. So the v dx now, the v dx, so let me just, the v dx equals, so we are trying to differentiate this with respect to x, so that will be 4. So I don't think that should be a problem. Or let me just write it because of some. So this is x raised power 1, right? So we have 1 into bracket 4, then x raised power 1 minus 1. Constant becomes 0. We explained that in the previous video, and that is going to give us 1 times 4 is what? 4. X raised power 0. X raised power 0 is 1. So this is 4 times 1, and this is equal to 4. If you are attempting a theory question, don't write it this way. You are meant to write your answers or your solutions in a vertical manner. Okay? They have to write it horizontally. So this would have been here, then 4x0 would have been here, then this would have been underneath. But because we are trying to save up space and try to make things easier for ourselves, that's why I just did it this way. So the v dx at the end of the day is 4. Now what don't we have again? We don't have du dx. So this is u, right? So du dx of this, du dx of this will be equal to, so we have the power of x, the power of x is 2, so we have 2 into bracket 12, then x raised power 2 minus 1. I think that's all. Alright, then this equals 2 times 12 is 24. 24, then x raised power 2 minus 1 is 1. So everything equals 24x. Calculus is sweet, right? Very simple. Good. Now, so we have everything that we need to apply this formula. So we just have to say, what is u? So u is 12x squared. So I'm trying to apply the formula now. 12x squared. So you can just call that the y dx now. The y dx equals 12x squared into bracket the v dx. So what's the v dx? We did that first, 4. Okay, then plus v is 4x plus 5, then multiplied by du dx, right? Du dx is 24x. Good. So we have 12x squared times 4, that will give us 48x squared, then plus 4x times 24x, that's 96x squared, 96x squared, then plus 5 times 24x, that's 120x, 120x. So 48 they have squared, alright, yeah, so we can just sum them up. 48 plus 96 is going to give us 144, this is 144x squared plus 120x. Good. So this is equal to this, as you can see. This is pretty much, so that tells that the formula is correct. Alright, so you're gonna basically, if I were the one, I think this process is longer for this kind of question, so I'll just have multiply and continue. But in this kind of case, I wouldn't want to do that. Now let's return to this. So let me just call this question, what should I call it? Let me just call it question B. Let me call this B, and let this be A. Let this be A. Alright. So in this case we have our u is this, v is this. So let's find the du dx. So question B, du dx will be equal to 2 comes here, 2 into brackets, that's the 2 that is on x, so the power of x, 2 into bracket 8, then x raised power 2 minus 1, plus, what's the power on 5x? The power will be 1 into bracket 5, x 1 minus 1. I don't bother myself with minus 2. Now this is going to give me 2 times 8 is 16. 16x raised power 1. Then plus 5x raised power 0. Yeah, plus 5 raised power 0, and that would be 16x plus 5. Cool. Now we are left with dv dx. So dv dx, how do we look for dv dx? So what is v? V is minus 7x cubed plus 16. So dv dx would be, the power of x is 3, so 3 into bracket minus 7, the coefficient of x, then x raised by 3 minus 1. And this gives me 3 times minus 7 is minus 21, x raised by 3 minus 1 is 2. So we have minus 21x squared. So that is the derivative of this. Now the dy dx now, dy dx is now going to be u, which is 8x squared plus 5x, so I will just put this in bracket, then something like this, plus 5x minus 2, okay, multiplied by dv dx. Dv dx is minus 21x squared, okay, then plus v is minus 7, so v is minus 7x cubed, then plus 16, plus 16 multiplied by du dx. Du dx gave us 16x plus 5. So we have 16x plus 5. Then we close the whole thing. Alright, so you have to start multiplying 1 by 1. So 8 multiplied by 21. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So we have 168. Let me just put this here. 168. Then x squared times x squared, which is going to give us x2 plus 2. X squared times x squared gives us x2 plus 2, and that will be x to the power 4. Okay, x squared times x squared. Yeah, I forgot something. This is minus. So 8 times minus 21 will give us minus 168. Then x squared times x squared will give us x to the power 4. Okay, then we are done with that. Plus 5 times this is going to give me minus 5 times 21 is 105. Then x to the power 1 times x squared is going to give me x cubed. Okay, then we are left with, so minus times minus is plus. 2 times 21 is 42. So we have 42, then we add the x squared. So we are done with this part. Okay, then we are left with this. So 7 times 16. 7 times 16 is going to give me 16. 16 multiplied by 7 is 42. Yeah, 7 times 1 is 7. 112. I think 7 times 6 is 42. Yeah, 112. So minus 7 times 16 is going to give me minus 112. X cubed times x raised to the power 1. Okay, it's going to give me x4. Then minus 7x cubed times this is going to give me minus 35. Minus 35 x cubed. So plus I'm left with 16 times 16x, which will be 256 x. Then plus 16 times 5 is 80. Plus 80. So I close up everything. Now opening up the whole thing, so I have 168 x raised to the power 4 minus 105 x raised to the power 3 plus 42 x raised to the power 2. Then plus times minus is minus 112 x raised to the power 4. Plus times minus as well is minus 35 x raised to the power 3. Plus times plus is plus 256x, and plus times plus is plus 80. So we just collect like terms. So when we collect like terms, we have this is raised to the power 4, this is raised to the power 4. Just to make it easier for ourselves, this is minus. This is minus. So we have minus 168 x raised to the power 4. Which one is raised to the power 4 again? This minus 112 x raised to the power 4. We have the power of 4 again, no? So the power of 3, this is power of 3, this is power of 3. So minus 105 x raised to the power 3 minus 35 x raised to the power 3. So I think I've done with 3. Then the square. So we have square here plus 42 x raised to the power 2. Then is there raised to the power 2 again? No. Then plus 256x plus 80. Alright, so minus 168 minus 112, that should give us 68 plus 12 is 80. So minus 280 x raised to the power 4. Then minus 105 minus 35 is minus 140 x raised to the power 3. Okay, then plus 42 x raised to the power 2 plus 256 x plus 80. I think this is correct. So that's the final answer. Okay, so you see that it is useful for us to know what this is going to be. Now I don't know. You might be asked to do the second derivative. That is, if you're asked to do the second derivative, then you have to differentiate this answer again. So that is what it means. Then to do the third derivative, that would have been a derivative of the second derivative. Like your answer would have been to derive, to do the differentiation of the answer that you are getting. I hope I'm not confusing you. So now to your assignment. I hope you understand everything that is already here. But calculus is simple, but your lecturers will make it difficult in the sense that you might just be asked to find first to fourth derivative or whatever, and they might just combine. There might be a question that will combine different rules. I'd have to use different rules to solve, and it's alright. But in the end, it's all nice. So once you understand the basics, then it's not going to be difficult. I'm going to write your assignment now. Should I create an assignment? No, let me just create an exercise. And if you like, you do it, but I'd appreciate if you do the exercise and leave your answer in the comment section. So there you go, I've added the assignment. So, I've added the exercise. It's voluntary. So here, the first question says, basically the instruction is to find the first derivative of these functions using the product rule. I would just leave you use the product rule or not, or if you maybe cheated or someone helped you to do it. But I hope you don't. That's you are sure of yourself that you understand all of these things. So the first is Q is a function of E equals the first bracket is P raised by 8 plus 8, close it, and open and down, P raised by 6 plus 11. Then the second is Y equals 2x raised by minus 1. You open the bracket, 10x raised by 8 minus 6x raised by 7. So you close the bracket. So that's about that. If you enjoyed this class, please make sure we just leave good comments in the comment section, and if you have any questions, please ask your questions in the comment section as well. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and expect more of our videos. Please share this channel with your friends as well. Don't skip it, and your enemies too. You get, so when your enemies are busy, solving calculus, they won't have the time to disturb. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the video you just saw. If you want more of our videos, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Now, there is a way to enjoy to make the best of our YouTube channel, which is to go to the playlist section of every video or of every topic. So what you have to do is just type emoji economics on YouTube. When the page displays, make sure you subscribe. A bell button appears immediately, so you click on that bell button. Then go to the playlist section. So you're going to see videos, playlist, description, and all of that. So just go to the playlist section, and whatever topic you are looking for, look for the playlist and click on the video. Now, our playlists have the classes arranged in a very chronological manner. So if you want to see a class on ISLM, so it starts from the beginning, the simple ones to the difficult to the complex ones. So if you want to see a video on, let's say, elasticity of demand, so you start from what is price elasticity, so from there then to the basic ones, and on and on. So I'm just telling you that in case you really want to make the best of this YouTube channel. And there's also one thing that I want to add, which is that our YouTube classes may not be enough for you. You may want a regular interaction with the tutors and all of that. So what you just have to do is to check the description of the video. You are going to find a WhatsApp link. So, but before you do that, I really have to tell you that clicking that link is going to lead you to one of our schools. It's going to lead to some of our schools. So we have MOG School of Economics on WhatsApp, and we make use of our YouTube channel to run the groups. So the classes are paid for, so you're meant to pay for them. So to join our econometry school, so that is 2,500 naira per month. And to join our microeconomics or macroeconomics schools, so that is 2,000 naira per month. We also have we don't have classes, or we don't have schools of mathematical economics, because microeconomics has its mathematical aspects as well as macroeconomics. So the mathematical aspect of macroeconomics is treated in the macroeconomics school, and the mathematical aspect of microeconomics is treated with the microeconomics school as well. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.